Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Fantastic Four issue 18. And this was a pretty good issue. We got the fallout of the reveal that the Overseer was the cause of the severity of the cosmic storm that imbued the Fantastic Four with their powers, and it gets pretty crazy. So, we see that the Overseer takes the responsibility for pretty much trying to kill them. And a lot of the Unparalleled don't have a problem with that. They thought their society was perfect, and any other elements that could threaten that needed to be destroyed like immediately. It's like, what? That's screwed up. Sky, of course, is calling this out, pretty much being like, you made me feel like my whole life that it was my fault that this shit was going on. And yeah, she's got a point. You pretty much made her into a scapegoat for no reason. And of course, Reed does not really think about the repercussions of letting this information out in the way that he has, because he's assuming that everybody's going to act rationally about this. Johnny really doesn't, and Ben really doesn't either. So everything kind of starts to turn into bedlam. We see that the rest of the Unparalleled pretty much join them there, and Sky's trying to kind of like handle this situation, and Johnny's trying his best to kind of bridge, but he's kind of getting pissed off too. And we see that Ben decides to go off with Scrum to confront the Overseer, while the rest of the Unparalleled are like, screw you, Johnny, as they're trying to like go after the monsters. And Johnny's like, they're not monsters, they're your people and everything. And it just starts getting to a head. Ben pretty much goes off to confront him, and Sue brings up to Reed, like, do you realize how this is going to go? Ben now has somebody else to directly target for what has happened to them. And he's like, that's not good. I'm going to handle Johnny, and you handle Ben. So Sue goes off to race off for that, and Reed tries to kind of handle the situation here. So we see that Ben and Scrum get there. There's not really that much resistance, and we see that the Overseer and Scrum have been in cahoots and have been trying to pretty much train up their own heroes. I don't know if they've had the power to pick and choose who turns into monsters or what, because that would definitely turn into an interesting kind of thing going on, but they wanted to pretty much get into the superheroes arms race, probably after seeing what happened to the Fantastic Four, and decided to use the monster people as training for their heroes, because Spire was this perfect world with no crime and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you can always say that, but there's always certain elements. So Ben flies off the handle. He breaks the Great Eye relic that they've had and pretty much goes after the Overseer. He's like, I've been blaming my best friend for this forever, you asshole. And then, of course, the Overseer kind of goes Lex Luthor, and he gets his own kind of power armor thing going on. It doesn't help that like green and purple kind of are his color here, giving some kind of like parallels to Lex Luthor. But he's like, "Well, screw you, Rock Boy," and he's like, "I know your strengths and your limitations," and like, I'm like, you really need to like look at the past issues, because he actually went toe to toe with the Hulk, and he came out on top on that one. He was messed up, and he passed out, but he came out on top on that one, bro. And they're just fighting, but Sue's able to get there in enough time to, well, it kind of looks like they're able to stop it. But she shields the Overseer, and the building pretty much starts to, like, come down around them. Outside, we see that, like, Sky was pretty much trying to go and stop what was going on. She kind of gets taken out, and Johnny, he's become super powered by, like, two of the sun-powered Unparalleled, and was going after the Elemental water guy, and just punches him. But like Reed's like, hey, listen, soulmates are different. They're not just people that fight for you. They're like pick you up when you fall, because Citadel was able to pick up Sky when she was like taken out as well, because they were like, screw you. But this is where they kind of coalesce, and they see that the tower's coming down, and Reed kind of leads them into battle to protect everybody, even the monster mob people, as they like protect everybody involved. But the tower comes down. We see that Ben and Sue and Scrum and his like little dude are safe, but the Overseer is supposedly dead, and the one guy is calling the Fantastic Four the World Breakers. I'm like, okay, you can kind of think that, because like the prophecy came true. if you had just accepted them as explorers and been like, hey, we're not here for any, like, twice now. Twice they've been coming here as explorers, not with no intention of harming anyone or starting any shit. None of this would have happened. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. You start, like, going after them like, we're gonna kill you, the fights are gonna happen and shit's gonna get wrecked. I'm like, alright. And it's interesting, at the end of the issue, we see, like, this cover where Reed's, like, fighting the Overseer, and I'm like, okay, we'll have to see how that goes, because we've still got at least one more part to this, so we'll have to see how this works out, because I'm like, alright, this is getting kind of intense, so how's this going to wrap up? Because it would be cool to kind of have them on the Unparalleled Inspire on Earth's side, because of what we've been seeing with Empire, and how that's going to be a whole issue with Earth, and see if we make any kind of, like, allies or whatnot. But the way they reacted to everybody, they'd more likely side with the Skrull Kree Empire than anything else. So I don't know how this is going to shake out, so I'm interested to see where this goes in the next issue. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.